Sorry if you can just see this. I'm not sure what was going on there, but Warroad shot from center of the circle. That's deflected by McGowan. Talarico will pick up the rebound. He hits Dunbar center ice. Dunbar looking cross ice for Katerlik. Katerlik will grab that, get a shot off. Right out front, rebound. That's going to be a goal for Dunbar off of a Katerlik rebound. Well, that's a beautiful highlight. It's just frozen. Shot on the screen for some odd reason. Brzezinski on the face-off there. Olsen in the corner. Real's able to chip that up. Simonson picks it up. Simonson will dump that into the zone. He's going to hit traffic right at the blue line. Warroad will carry back out. Burke picks it up, moves it along the boards up to Simonson. Simonson chips it out of the zone. He hits a Warroad stick. So they're going to take control back. Warroad dumps it from the neutral zone. Burke the first rail in the area. Burke over to Olsen. Olsen will move it up to Dunbar. Dunbar cross ice to Simonson. That's a bit behind him. He's going to pick it up. Can't quite clear the zone with that. Warroad will take that off of his stick. Circle back around. Drop it back for the teammate. Brzezinski stripped of that behind the net. Olsen will pick it up, send it up the boards. Warroad will hold it in. They'll get a shot from out near the blue line. Hits a stick out front, deflected up and wide of the net. Simonson will carry that one away from the boards. Simonson takes a shot from up near the blue line. Will be gloved by the goaltender. Johnson will take the face-off here for Proctor. He's centering Welty and Radzak. Nimmons and Katerlik on defense. Warroad will chip that one along the boards. That hits a spot on the glass. Deflects odd. Rails can't get a stick on it. Warroad will pick it up and carry it out of their zone. Into the rail zone. We're going to get a tripping penalty here on Welty. So Rails will be shorthanded here for the first time in the game. Talarico will take the face-off here for Proctor. The penalty kill line consists of Nimmons, Katerlik, Fish, and Talarico. Warroad will get a shot. That's going to hit, not sure if that hit traffic or if that was center mass on McGowan, but either way, McGowan makes that save. Dunbar on the face-off there. That one will get out of the rail zone. Warroad will pick it back up and regroup. Warroad player moves around. Katerlik gets a shot off. There's a rebound out front. McGowan's going to get that one covered up. Dunbar takes the face-off there for Proctor. Warroad will come away with it. Warroad player gets a shot from just inside of the circle. That's deflected by McGowan. Warroad will move that puck side to side. Look for centering there. That's broken up by Olsen. Dunbar will pick it up, move it up to Radzak. Radzak gets in there, can't quite get the shot off. Dunbar comes in behind him with the shot that's saved by the goaltender. Burke will dump that on net. We're gonna have a whistle here. Too many men, I believe, on Warroad. I think they're gonna call Warroad on too many men. So they'll have a player serve that penalty out. There's 18 seconds left in the Rails penalty here. So after 18, Rails will have a one-man advantage for about a minute 12. My math is correct this early. So 4-on-4 hockey right now. We got Brzezinski, Johnson, Burke, and Olsen for the Rails. Warroad will pick that one and chip it up over Olsen. Will not get far enough. Olsen will pick it up. He's got a lot of pressure. Olsen will turn and carry. He loses control of the puck right before the blue line. Burke will pick it up, carry through the neutral zone. Burke can't quite get a full shot off there. He's going to pick it up, though. Circle around behind the net. He's looking to try to center to Brzezinski. No clue where the puck is, but obviously loose still. There it is, behind the net. Burke will move it up to Dunbar. Dunbar up to Johnson. Johnson over to Olsen. Olsen takes a shot from the top of the circle. That's deflected wide of the net. Johnson. Goaltender's without his stick.
Cohen!
Little shove there by Warroad after the play on Johnson. So Rails at full strength now. 37 seconds left on the Warroad penalty. Dunbar on the face-off. He'll move that over to Tallarico. Tallarico up to Kaderlik. Kaderlik gets a shot off, hits some traffic. Warroad's going to pick it up and head back the other direction. Warroad player gets past Kaderlik. Warroad takes a shot. That's wide of the net. That one not quite out of the zone. Dunbar will pick it up and carry it out. Dunbar stripped at center ice. Warroad player clears Nimmons, but Kaderlik is there, picks it up. Kaderlik over to Tallarico. Tallarico looks for Dunbar, center ice. Dunbar looks to move it up to Fish, but is way ahead of Fish to the Warroad player. Warroad will send the line boards. Warroad is at full strength now. Fish gets a shot off. That's deflected by a shin. That one's going to sneak past Kaderlik at the blue line. Kaderlik able to get a stick on and move back the other direction. Warroad will carry into the zone. Dunbar takes that off of their stick. We'll send that out center ice to Warroad. The Warroad offsides call there. Welty on the face-off there for Proctor. He's going to send that into the Warroad zone. Warriors carry behind the net. Send that one up out of the zone. Burke will pick that up. He looks for Radzak center ice. Radzak to the corner. That'll be a icing call on on the Rails. Excuse me. I'm off on the clock there. Sorry for that. Welty takes the draw here for Proctor. Welty over to Radzak. Radzak will pick that up. Carry it out. Radzak bodied off of the puck along the boards. Warroad will move that along behind the net. Up and out of the zone. Burke will pick it up. Burke tries to chip that one along the boards back into the zone, but Warroad will take control and enter the zone. They take a shot from the top of the circle. McGowan deflects that one up and over the net. Thought we had a checking call coming there, but no call. Radzak will lose an edge there as he's trying to keep that into the zone. Welty will give him a help there, knock that back down. Warroad will send it out. Olsen will pick it up in the neutral zone. Olsen carries in. It's Olsen in 4 blue jerseys. There's Johnson. Johnson can't quite get a shot off of that. Warroad tries to chip that around Olsen. He'll hold that in with a skate. Olsen will lose an edge there, and Brzezinski will hold it into the zone. Warroad will get that up and out, however. Brzezinski up to Johnson. Johnson will carry. Johnson tries to center that one. He hits a skate. Dunbar will get there, get a stick on it, and center it. Picked up by Warroad, however. Warroad will clear that one up out of the zone. Kadrlik will get a stick on that one, send it back up to Johnson. Bouncing puck, Johnson can't quite get his stick on that. So Warroad will pick it up in the neutral zone and dump it into the corner. Niven's there for Proctor. He'll send that one up the boards to Johnson. Johnson will carry across the blue line and hit Dunbar center ice. Dunbar will dump that to the corner. Johnson will get there first. Johnson looks to center that one, but Warroad will take it over. Warroad player leaves that for a teammate. They're going to pick it up and carry it down into the corner. They're going to get Nimmons there on a check. So just over 2 minutes left in the first period. They'll take Jasper Nimmons here on a checking call. So real shorthanded here for the majority of the remainder of this period. Nice check, just wrong level. Dunbar will take the face-off here for Proctor. Warroad will come away with that. I'll move that side to side. Unchallenged. Warroad player move it over to his teammate and gets a shot off. He hits Olsen, I think that was. Slap shot from center point there. That one's wide of the net. Olsen will pick that one up right in front of the net, carry around the net. Olsen will dump that out of the zone. That'll be nope, no icing. Talarico with pressure behind the net. He's fast. Any of the Warroad parents are watching, number 15 is fast. 15 will pick that up, carried into the circle. He gets a shot off. Center mass to McGowan. McGowan gives up a rebound there, and that'll be knocked in by Warroad. Give you the guys the highlight there if it catches it. Oh, sorry, too late. Sometimes it's, oh no, it's coming still maybe. Sometimes the highlight feature does not work very timely. Johnson on the face-off here for Proctor. He is centering Welty and Radzak. Kadrlik tries to send that one to the boards. He'll hit a skate. Warroad will hold that one in the zone. They're going to get a shot off from the top of the circle there. That'll be covered up by McGowan. Nimmons off with the face-off. Moves along the boards over to Radzak. Radzak can't do anything with it before Warroad takes it off of his stick. They're going to send that back into the zone, though, for an offsides call. Warroad shot from up near the blue line. That's wide of the net. They'll pick up the rebound along the boards, drop it back to the defender. He's going to take a shot. There's traffic out front. Bouncing puck, though, clears the traffic. And have a penalty coming here on Warroad, it looks like. What'd they call him for? I think that was 55 for Warroad, if I saw it correctly. Johnson will carry through the neutral zone. Be able to get a shot off on time there. See if they announce that penalty. I'll let you know what it was for. I didn't quite catch that. Shots on goal for that first period, Rails with 8, Warriors 12. So we'll start off the second period here. We've got Nimmons in the box and the Warriors player in the box. They don't have the penalties on the clock for some reason. Nimmons must be near the end of his penalty, and the Warriors, I think, have a good chunk of that penalty left to serve still. Dunbar on that face-off. Warroad will come away with it. Nimmons will move that one up to Dunbar. Dunbar bodied off of that puck. Warroad will send that along the boards to be held in by Tallarico, however. And the goaltender's just going to cover that one up for a whistle. Dunbar will take the face-off here for Proctor. He is flanked by Tallarico and Simonson. Olsen and Burke on defense. Warroad will get that one in the net there. I'm going to hit a highlight for those Warroad folks that are watching. If it works. This has not been working, so. Oh, literally jumped right from when I started it to right after the goal. Sorry for that. That is frustrating. All right, so that'll tie it up at 2 shortly into the second period here. Actually at 5-on-5 hockey here, so those penalties must have been incidentals. Official carry across the neutral zone. Uses control of the puck. Well, they're going to call a penalty on the tripping penalty. So Rails will have a 1-man advantage here for 2 minutes, or minute and a half, sorry. Forgot, we're not on the range. So 5-on-4 hockey. Rails line consists of Johnson, Fish, Radzak, Kaderlich, and Burke. Kaderlich gets a shot out near the blue line that's deflected away by Radzak, I believe. Burke looks for a slap shot there. Warroad's going to take control of it. Warroad's going to get there. Poked away by McGowan. Warroad chipped off the boards. Kaderlich will pick it up. Kaderlich looking for Radzak. Hits a stick, so that'll slow it down. Radzak over to Johnson. Johnson will send it into zone. Puck's down in the corner. That sent up the boards. Burke's going to pick it up. He's going to send that back low to Radzak. Warroad's going to pick that up, chip it out to the neutral zone. He'll send that along the boards. Kaderlich the first rail there. Kaderlich will leave it for Johnson. Johnson up ice to Radzak. Radzak will dump that along the boards. Warroad will get that one up and out of the zone. Rails need to get on sides. Kaderlich will hit Radzak as he's on his way to the bench. Sorry. Kaderlich will carry in. That's taken off of his stick just over the blue line. Olsen just coming out of the box. Warroad's going to get there and get a stick on that. Centering attempt for Warroad. Bouncing puck. They've got it behind the net. Center right out front. They're going to get that one in past McGowan. Try the highlight again. I don't know why that function is not working. So that'll put Warroad up by 1. Let's go, boys! Dunbar and Brzezinski flanking Johnson here. Johnson will come away with that off the faceoff. Brzezinski will pick it up. He'll take a shot from up near the blue line. That's deflected by the goaltender. A backhand by Dunbar there off to the side of the net. Warroad's going to pick that up. Send that cross ice. Burke able to break that up. Chipped out along the boards. Olsen will pick it up behind the net. Olsen sends that along the boards over to Dunbar. Dunbar's trying to move that one up out of the zone. Warroad's going to hold it in. Shot that's wide of the net by Warroad.
Watch the slot!
Send that right up front. Loose puck out front. That's knocked to the side by Brzezinski. Centering pass across the middle there. He picked up by Dunbar. Dunbar will carry it up out of the zone. He's going to be taken down along the boards with a little bump. Or they'll carry through the neutral zone. That shot is wide of the net. They'll pick that rebound up. Loose puck behind the net. Warroad's going to pick it up. Move that up top to the defender. He'll take a shot. Brzezinski gets a stick on that one. Warroad will pick it up in the corner. Look to carry behind the net. They're met by Burke. Burke will take that. Move it up to Dunbar. Dunbar will chip it up to Dunbar. Dunbar trying to regain control of the puck behind the net. He tries to center that. It's going to send it right to Warroad. Warroad will pick that up cross ice. Fish will get a stick on that as Warroad crosses the blue line. Fish over to Katerlik. Katerlik will move it up ice to Dunbar. Dunbar turns that one over to Warroad. Katerlik to the corner, turns. Can't quite get a stick on the puck. Warroad gets a shot. I think that was a shot and not a pass, but they'll pick it up at the bottom of the circle, move it up high, back down low. Warroad gets a stick on it, loose puck out front. Katerlik, Brzezinski's, nope. Nimen's stick went flying there, he's up. Fish loses his stick along the boards. Dunbar will come away with the puck. That's held in by Fish. Dunbar can't clear the defender. Warroad will carry into the zone. Katerlik pushes him to the corner. Warroad player circles around the top of the circle there. They're going to get a shot. McGowan did not see that coming, and that one's going to get past him. I'll try the highlight again. Again, it's not seeming to work, but I don't think that McGowan saw that at all. He had a couple players right in front of him there. Yeah, that is not working again. All right, so Rails at a 2-goal deficit now after jumping out to a 2-0 lead. Welty on the face-off there. Burke will pick it up. Olsen will pick that up, moves it out of the zone. Warroad will take it and take control. Olsen will get there behind the net. He's bodied off of that. Warroad player gets a shot. He's going to catch Welty in the hip. Radzak will poke that one up to Welty. Welty and Radzak enter the zone. Welty will carry to the boards. He's stripped of the puck. Warroad's going to pick that up and flip it over the top of the Rails defenders. That'll be on point to McGowan. McGowan's just going to cover that one up. Katerlik will send that one along the boards. He's going to hit a ridge on the glass there. Brzezinski picks it up, chips it up to Dunbar. Dunbar is stripped. Warroad with a shot from the top of the circle. McGowan's going to deflect that one up and out of play.
Cohen's legs compared to some of these boys. There's no way. It's just not stiffed.
Yeah. Dunbar will take the draw here for Proctor. Kicks that up to Tallarico. Caught up in skates. Warroad player takes a shot. He's going to hit the side of the net. Dunbar will pick it up and carry out of the zone. He's looking cross ice for Tallarico. It's behind Jimbo. Tellerico will pick it up, dump it to the corner. Warroad will send it along the boards. Catterlick will hold it in. He sends a shot far wide of the net. Dunbar will pick that up. He's stripped of the puck, back to the corner. Tellerico will beat to Fish behind the net. He'll be turned over to Warroad. Dunbar will get a stick on that, send it back, picked up by Warroad. Cross ice pass there, broken up by Nimmons. Rails are going to get an offsides call there. 2 Rails in the zone ahead of Fish. Welty takes that face off for Proctor, but Warroad will come away with it. Olsen tried to send that one over to, I believe that was Simonson he was looking for, but we'll have an offsides call on Warroad, their player. Bounced off of him back into the zone. Simonson will come away with that off of the face-off. He's going to carry through the neutral zone. Simonson picked. Nimmons sends that one to the corner from out, or Burke, sorry, to the corner from out in the neutral zone. Rail's not yet back on side, so we'll have an offsides call on Proctor. Radzak, Simonson, and Welty. Radzak will carry, send it over to the boards. Penalty coming here on Warroad. Number 9 for Warroad. Gonna get him on a slashing call. So Rails will have a 1-man advantage here. Dunbar takes a draw here for Proctor. He's with Tallarico and Johnson. Catterlick and Nimmons on defense. Loose puck behind the net. Tallarico and Johnson get there. Warroad's going to come away with it, though. Warroad player looks to center that. That's broken up by Nimmons. Dunbar will pick it up to Johnson. Warroad player loses an edge. Tallarico will pick it up. Tallarico gets a shot on center mass. One minute left in the penalty here for Warroad. Johnson to the corner, looks to center that to Tallarico. That's broken up by Warroad. They're going to flip that up and past Nimmons. The player had gotten past the Rails defense. They're going to get a shot off that's deflected by Catterlick. Dunbar will pick it up, carry up out of the zone. Dunbar down to the bottom of the circle, looks for that wraparound. It's broken up by Warroad. Catterlick sends that back on point. Tallarico gets a stick on it, deflects it to the corner. Dunbar gets there, turns and fires, turns it over to Warroad. Olsen's going to pick it up, however. He gets a shot from under the blue line, hits some traffic out front, but the goaltender deflects it to the side. That one will get past Olsen. Catterlick will get there first, chips that back up. Olsen will carry into the zone, down to the circle. Olsen tries to chip that back up to Dunbar. Dunbar gets a skate on it to hold it in. He's going to come away from the boards with it with some help from Tallarico. Dunbar looks to center. That's broken up by Warroad. Dunbar gets a shot. Bottom of the circle. Catterlick holds it in. He gets a shot off. It hits 1-2 sticks for Warroad. That's deflected to the side of the net. Johnson looks to center that to Tallarico. Knocked away by Warroad. Burke able to get a stick on that one. Poke that away from Warroad. 15 centers across the middle of the ice there. But nobody there. Tallarico picks it up, moves it to Welty. Rails off sides. Johnson got into the zone there ahead of Welty. Welty on the draw, Radzak and Brzezinski on the wings. Nimmons and Burke on defense. Burke pokes that away. John Nimmons will take that off the Warroad stick. Warroad will come away with it. They send that to the corner. Look, turn around, center. Beautiful save by McGowan. Had a hold of Welty's stick there. I don't know, they had Jace's stick. Welty will break that one up. Rails will clear that one out. Oh, Brzezinski almost breaks up that cross ice there. Warroad player will lose an edge and get a shot off far wide of the net. Another shot deflected to the side and behind the net by McGowan. Olsen, Nimmons, and Dunbar all behind the net. Looks like the puck's pinned against the net. Warroad's going to come away with it. Loose puck right out front. Still loose. Warroad gets a backhand that's going to be blocked by Radzak. Radzak chips it over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski will dump that to the corner. Rails in a line change here. Tallarico out of nowhere gets in front of the Warroad player, but they are going to take control. Carry out of the zone. Simonson lost an edge there just in the neutral zone. Shot from the side. McGowan's going to knock that out front. Loose puck picked up by Catterlick. Catterlick able to pick that one up and send it out of the zone. Warroad's going to hold it in the neutral zone while they get back on sides. They'll dump that to the corner. Olsen will get there first.
Come on.
Olsen up to Simonson. Simonson can't quite move it quickly enough. Warroad will take that off of his stick. Warroad player gets a shot from the center of the circle that hits McGowan's stick and deflects just the wrong direction up and into the net. It's all right, Cole. Keep working. So Rails with a 3-goal deficit here close to the end of the second period. Rails trying to clear that. It's broken up and held in by Warroad. They're going to circle back, get a shot from in between the circles with the rebound from McGowan. That one will get out of the zone. They'll have an offsides call on Warroad. So just under a minute left in play here in the second period. Johnson will take the face-off for Proctor. He's with Brzezinski and Dunbar. Nimmons and Catterlick on defense. Brzezinski will pick it up. He'll backhand that down to the corner. Didn't see it happen, just guessing. Warroad will come away with that one off of the face-off. They'll enter from the neutral zone. Olsen will strip that. Moves it up to Johnson. Johnson able to clear the defender. And he is bodied off of the puck along the boards. Warroad will head back the other direction. That's center just in front of the Warroad player, so they're not able to get a shot off out of that. So we'll end the second period, Rails down 2-5. Do not think we're going to zam. There is a tournament after us, so I'm guessing to stay on track for time, we'll probably just move into the third. New game plan, they are going to zam, so we'll be back in about 15. All right, about to start the third period here. Rails with a 3-goal deficit after taking a 2-goal lead. So 5 unanswered goals for Warroad. Shots on goal after the second period. Rails with 13, Warriors 23. Welty will take the draw here for Proctor. He's got Fish and Radzak. It's Olsen and Burke on defense. Olsen behind the net. Moves that up to Fish. Fish was looking for a rail in the center there, but turned it over to the Warriors. Radzak along the boards. Soft pass there from Warroad. It'll be broken up by Burke. Dunbar center ice. Moves it over to Fish. An offsides call on the rails there. Dunbar will take the face-off here. He's got Dunbar and Simonson with Katerlik and Nimmons on defense. Dunbar strips Warroad there, drops it down to Katerlik. Katerlik looking for Simonson. Simonson not able to catch that one. Warroad gets a shot off. That's deflected to the side by McGowan. Picked up by Katerlik. Warroad will send that one right back on net from out near the blue line. McGowan deflects that to the side as well. A check attempt down there in the corner by the Warroad player. Just missed Nimmons, thankfully. Katerlik chips it up to Dunbar. Dunbar can't quite catch that one. Katerlik will follow it up, send it out of the zone. He'll have a rails icing call coming. Johnson will take the face-off here for Proctor. He's got Brzezinski, Olsen, Burke, and Talarico. Burke behind the net, sends that along the boards over to Talarico. Talarico will chip that along the boards. He'll have an icing call. Talarico over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski doesn't catch that one. Just out of the reach of his teammate there for Warroad. Olsen works, gets a stick on that one. Chips it up the boards. He's looking for Brzezinski. Burke will take it behind the net. Burke's going to carry up out of the zone. Chipped over to Talarico. Talarico down to the corner. Talarico loses control of that one in the corner, but Burke will grab it, get a shot off. That'll be gloved by the goaltender. All at home. All at home.
Yeah. West is up. One base.
Shot from the rails, that's off the side of the net. Warroad will pick up the rebound, they'll get that one past Nimmons after the initial hold in. Nimmons will chip that one to the corner. Oh, rails goal. Nimmons sent that one up to Radzak out front. I don't know why I keep trying the highlight because I don't think it's working. No, it didn't work again. So, I don't think. Check it out. Nope, it just like skips the whole thing that it's supposed to be highlighting. So, sorry for that. But I believe that was Radzak off of Nimmons. If the announcement's differently, I will let you know. Radzak from Nimmons. Radzak looking to feed Fish out front. It's deflected to the side by the Warroad player. They're going to chip that up and out of the zone. Kaderlich will send that back. It'll be rails off sides. Fish couldn't quite get back on sides in time. Oh, going over here. Talarico will move that up to Dunbar. Dunbar over to Simonson. Simonson clears the defender. Dunbar picks it up, turns, and sends it right to Warroad. Talarico will break up the cross-ice pass. He'll circle back into the zone. He gets a stick across the wrist there. No call coming on it, but Talarico heading off ice there. Warroad's going to move it around, circle back to the neutral zone. That's picked by Dunbar. Brzezinski can't quite get a stick on that. Burke breaks up the centering attempt there by Warroad. Brzezinski along the boards. Looking to move it out of the zone, picked up by Warroad. Simonson chips that up ice. Brzezinski will hold a Warroad player along the boards there. So Olsen can step in and take the puck. Is he okay? He got kind of held up with the Warroad kid down here. He went off holding his mask. He got a stick up in his underneath it or what? Johnson on the faceoff moves it to Dunbar. Dunbar has pressure right away. He loses an edge. Kaderlich up to Johnson. Warroad gets a shot from top of the circle. That's deflected by McGowan. Warroad will send that back to the corner. Kaderlich moves it up the boards. Kaderlich's going to pick it up, carry it over the blue line. He's stripped at center ice. Johnson will pick it up and enter. Johnson shot just wide of the net. Rebound.
Yeah.
Radzak gets a rebound shot. Dunbar gets a rebound shot. Loose puck behind the net. Oh, Radzak taken down. They're going to get a penalty call on that, but Radzak was taken down coming around the side of the net.
That's 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Dang it.
He's crying.
Yeah, he hit
That's
hard.
10.
I'm going to take a Warroad player on a cross-checking. Radzak up on his knees here at least. Up on his skates now. Radzak moving off ice.
He's just stuck into the sun.
I think he came around and he just cross-checked him straight around.
That's it. The head. Too much right.
So minute 30 penalty here for Warroad for cross-checking. So Rails with the 2-goal deficit, but a 1-man advantage. We've got Dunbar, Johnson, Nimmons, and Katerlik. Johnson to the boards. Katerlik will flip that one towards the net. Warroad will pick that up. That'll be a excuse me, icing call on Warroad. Warroad will win that face-off. It's being held in by Dunbar. Nimmons tries to send that one down to the corner. They're going to chip that around Nimmons. Katerlik breaks up the cross-ice pass, which would have been a breakaway.
Spread out! Oh,
Dunbar stripped across the blue line. Dunbar able to move that across the line up to Seeger. Dunbar to the corner. Warroad will move that behind the net along the boards. Rails not quite looking like they're on a power play here. Let's go, boys! Power play, let's go! Warroad's going to walk in man unchallenged right out in front of the net. They get a shot off wide of the net. And we're back at 5-on-5 hockey here. Oh, Olsen gets a stick or a skate on that one, deflects it to the side of the net. Olsen loses an edge there. Johnson will chip that along the boards. Warroad's going to send it back low to the corner. Nimmons behind the net. Sends out along the boards. Warroad's going to pick that one up. Dunbar challenges behind the net, comes away with the puck. He's going to carry up through the circles, out of the zone. Dunbar gets a shot off, rebound out front. Oh, Dunbar got a slash to the wrist there. He's heading off ice. I think he got slashed. Radzak will circle around. He's bodied off of the puck. Oh, they're going to take welty here. Not sure what for. So rails. Oh, they took both of them. Sorry, that was incidentals here. So 5-on-5 hockey still. Burke will chip that one along the boards. Radzak puts on some pressure. Warroad will regroup in their zone. Stretch pass just out of reach. Olsen will lose control of that near the blue line. Burke up to Tallarico. Tallarico pressured right away. He'll send that right on net to McGowan. Oops, sorry. Didn't get the camera on there, but McGowan will cover that one up. Way to be heads up, Cobb! Johnson drawing for Proctor here. Johnson over to Nimmons. Nimmons will dump that to the corner. Tallarico on the chase. Katalik's going to hold that in. Send it back over to Radzak in the corner. Radzak turns in circles. Their centers, nobody out front at all. Warroad's going to walk in unchallenged there. Get a shot off over McGowan's shoulder for a goal for Warroad. It's all right, Cole. Keep your head in it, buddy. Let's go. Dunbar takes a face-off. We'll go back to Catterlick. Catterlick up the boards to Fish. Centering pass by Fish. Nimmons gets a shot from up near the blue line. That hits some skates, deflected wide of the net. Warroad tries to clear. Simonson gets a stick on it, holds it in, but he's stripped right away. Catterlick will take it back, send it back into the neutral zone. Catterlick up to Dunbar. Dunbar is going to get a draw penalty that don't. He's smart, guys. Let's go. All right, so Warroad cross-checking penalty. So Rails with a one-man advantage, so they can take advantage of it this time. Catterlick will send that on net from out near the blue line. Be covered up. Let's go, Rails! Simonson up to Catterlick. Catterlick trying to play keep away there. Sends it back to Simonson. Simonson gets a shot off. It's gloved to the side by the goaltender. Catterlick will get there. Centers. No Rails out front. Olsen tries to get a shot off there. His stick hits some traffic, so he can't quite get a full shot off. Olsen holds that one in, though. He's going to send that down to Dunbar. Bounces away from Dunbar. Burke will hold that one, and he'll get a shot. Ooh, gloved by the goaltender, but deflected to the side. Radzak will turn, fire from above the circle. That's wide of the net. Dunbar looking to drop that to the corner. There's no Rails there. Dunbar carries through some traffic turns, gets a shot off. That's going to be gloved and held by the goaltender. Warroad will carry that one out of the zone. Met by Tallarico. Dunbar will chip that down to Tallarico. Dunbar down to the corner. Dunbar looks to center. That's broken up by Warroad. Johnson gets a stick on that, sends it over to Tallarico. Tallarico chips it up and over behind the net. Warroad's going to grab that. That'll be an icing call. So just over 2 minutes in play. 3-goal deficit for Proctor still. Penalty has been killed, so back to 5-on-5. Catterlick will pick that up, turn and get a shot off, but that's caught out front by a Warroad player. I'm going to carry that up out of the zone. Pass Catterlick. Cross ice pass just out of reach of the other teammate there. So Nimmons to the corner, he'll send that up the boards. Warroad's going to pick it up. Turn and get a shot off. Lots of traffic out front. Deflected wide of the net. Centering attempt, poked away by McGowan. Nimmons will break up that play for Warroad. Centering attempt off point for Warroad. Tallarico will carry up out of the zone. It'll be an offsides call on Warroad. Yeah. Nimmons will chip that up and out of the zone. Warriors will get there first. Circle around the boards, try to clear that. Broken up by Welty. Welty's bodied off of that. There'll be a penalty call here coming. Rails did have a shot there. That was saved by the goaltender. Didn't see who made that shot. Welty will take the dryer for Proctor. He's flanked by Fish and Brzezinski. Fish is nailed in the corner there. They're not going to call anything. Fish is going to retaliate. Yeah, Fish was cross-checked there. That should have been a penalty call, I believe, but I am not the referee. Mills will move it back and forth. Stretch that across to Olsen. Olsen gets a shot off, but he hits some traffic, so that's deflected up and over. Picked up by Brzezinski. Brzezinski centers it up front to Welty. He deflected to the side by the goaltender. Picked up by Olsen in the neutral zone. Olsen will circle and carry it in. That'll just about kill the clock here. All right, so final shots on goal. Proctor with 25. Warroad with 30. Rails drop that one 6-3. Proctor is back here tonight at 6:45 against Thief River Falls for a rematch from last weekend on home ice.